They f***ed around and they found out. All right, let's get into the drama slop updates for MorePegasus. What's going on with these people? They're all f***ing insane. They're all massive absolutely diabolical coverage here.
Okay, we gotta talk about the T dating app situation. So we're gonna go
I've been hearing some stuff about this.
over what the app is, why it was made, the whole gender war situation that it's caused, why people are getting doxxed left and right, the absolute insane psychopaths actually using this app, and the potential legal liability.
That looks like 4chan. Did it get leaked to 4chan? Oh man.
For a lot of the people involved. Subscribe or you become EDP 445 on the T app.
I can't get away from that guy.
Okay, so quick context. Basically, there's an app called T Dating Advice that's actually #1 on the App Store in the US right now.
That's
crazy. Essentially, it's a women-only app where the purpose was to provide dating safety tools to women and sort of protect them from dangerous, creepy criminal men, right?
Yeah, and then they ended up being the dangerous, creepy criminal women, right? That's what happened.
It's like a gossip app where you warn other, fellow women, and you tell them, okay, this man is bad. I had a bad experience with him. He's a red
it turned into doxing and stalking, didn't it?
flag. Do not date this person, right? And you just send out a warning signal to everybody else. And on the surface, it sounds like a very positive thing, right?
No, it doesn't. It actually doesn't to me. As soon as I heard anything about this, I was like, yeah, I understand exactly how this went wrong.
Protecting women. Only problem was it essentially became an app where women would...
The only problem was it became an app for women. And women just are going to do the thing that women do. And it's not just a woman thing. It is a human thing. Humans are fucking weird and creepy and retarded.
Just straight up dox men. So if you didn't like someone, you just chat shit about them. You'd maybe even potentially make up lies about them. There's no way to verify any of this information. And essentially men have like no opportunity to defend themselves. Somebody can just post you on this app, call you some sort of PDF file, Epstein, EDP, like complete degenerate freak, right? And you have no opportunity to defend yourself because you're not even allowed on the app, right? Well, it turns out...
Yeah, the dating scene is completely cooked.
Karma works in hilarious ways, and the entire user base of this app was actually doxxed, and all their pictures are circulating online right now.
You don't say.
So, not so fun would it actually...
It's always exactly who we think they are. As soon as we have a picture in our minds of who could possibly be a part of a thing like this, immediately it's always those people. The people who run Twitch, exactly who what you'd think they'd look like. Reddit mods, exactly what you'd think they'd look like. And also the people who are on this T app, exactly the people you'd think they'd look like.
The turbo tables get flipped and it happens to you, right? So anyways, let's just go over the whole website here. We got T dating safety tools that protect women. Use T to find verified green flag men, right? You run background checks on their marital status, convictions, okay? Identify potential catfish. Verify he's not a sex offender. Check for a criminal history. So the intentions here are supposed to be positive, warn against criminals and stuff like that. Find good men. Join a community of 1.6 million women dedicated to empowering each other. Get access to a suite of dating safety tools made for the FBI girlies. That's an interesting statement. Share experiences, seek advice within a secure, anonymous platform. Lovely how the women get to stay anonymous here, but the men they're talking about now, we don't give a fuck about that shit. So
yeah, and apparently it wasn't even anonymous because they never are. They're keeping your data somehow to keep track of you.
Here we are in the Apple App Store.
Like, how do they know it's all women? That you have to like put in your ID.
67K ratings, rated pretty high, #1 here.
Or is it just some stupid system where you have to take a picture of yourself?
This is how it's advertised. Get the tea on your date. Does anyone have any tea on Jake, guys? Avoid dating red flag men. Oh, guys, he's actually married. He stopped texting me. Oh, he ghosted me. Chat shit about this person. In some cases, maybe true. Some cases, maybe not. Anonymous advice. Should I date Ethan? My friend saw him out with another girl. Don't date him. Don't date him. He's just busy. Ask him why only lunch. How innocent here. Definitely nobody's gonna, make fun of their appearances, talk shit about them. Women never done that in their entire life, obviously. Set alerts for your man. want a heads up anytime Jake is mentioned in your area. Right, so here we are on
That's
the about
fucking
section.
weird.
The reason they created it, it was actually a wholesome reason. Founder Sean Cook launched T after witnessing his mother's terrifying experience with online dating, not only being catfished, but unknowingly engaging with men who had criminal records. Realizing that traditional dating apps do little to protect women, Sean knew something had to change. That's why he built T and did nothing to protect men instead. Right, just from that short introduction, we got big problems already, right? So the women who are posting the men on these apps, these men never consented to having their pictures put here or being talked about, being advertised to all these women in the city or whatever. And also, there's the classic argument of what if men had an app where they took non-consenting women, right? They talked about how ugly they were. They talked about how many people they slept with. Oh, don't ever consider this person as a partner. They've
You mean 4chan?
slept with 5 other people or something like that, right? And they called them psychos on this app, etc., etc. They made up stories about it. Obviously, instantly would be banned, you know, wiped off the face of the earth. Most misogynistic
Not
app
true.
ever.
Actually, people do this on 4chan. It's just not what 4chan is about, so it's not very popular.
Etc., etc. And obviously, it doesn't make it okay when women do it either. Now, ideally, obviously, everybody sort of uses this app perfectly, and they only talk about very heinous criminals, but obviously, it's not going to be used that way. It's going to be a bunch of vengeful, petty, you know, gossiping girls who just want to hate on men as well, and then they'll be mixed in with some people who genuinely just want to find a good partner. Anyways, turns out Muta actually made a video on it, and he goes over a couple
Yeah, I saw it pop up on my timeline. I watched a little bit of it in the silence of the YouTube front page.
points here, starting with how do they actually verify the claims being made here?
Now, I tried to see if this was verified anywhere. Like, does T do any form of verification on a lot of the claims that are made, or does it just outright spew whatever bullshit that anybody wants to post? Now, I checked into T's terms of services, and they said that the contents are for informational purposes only. T Dating makes no warranty whatsoever that any of this information is accurate, and does not pre-screen content uploaded by users or verify the statement of its users. Now, this is a big problem, okay? Now, dating is a very personal thing, and sometimes breakups are tough. You know,
Well, you can't exploit our service. It says right there in the terms of service that you are not allowed to exploit the service.
I've broken up with plenty of women, and I'm on good terms with women. I've had women cheat on me. I have had women ghost me, all right? I've had one relationship ghost me, one cheat on me, one I'm on really good terms with, and, you know, one that I just don't talk to, okay? And that's just, you know, that's how relationships work, okay? Breakups can be messy. Breakups can be amicable. Breakups are just things you want to move past as soon as possible. Now, if somebody on this application says that, oh no, does anybody have the tea on Jake? Well, Jake's really good at making martinis. His speciality is a roofie colada. Now, of course, at that point, you might be like, whoa, I better watch out for Jake. But if T is not doing its job by vetting if that information is true, whether by a court document or a police report, or I don't know how they're verifying some of these things, you can probably see that defamation, or sorry, in this case, libel, because it's written, would be a pretty serious issue.
I mean, absolutely. We got plenty of legal issues rising up here, you know, defamation, slander.
Yeah, it's not good.
Tons of problems
Yeah, this app needs to not be in existence.
actually here for the creators of this app as well, you know, just for enabling this whole thing. And according to their own TOS, right?
Yeah, in the TOS it says I'm not responsible, so I'm not responsible.
They are basically completely hands off. And considering the guy made this app to protect women, he doesn't seem to give a single shit about protecting men. And I feel like you should have it both ways there, right? And it seems like you're just gonna let people post misinformation, not do a single sort of check there. And I feel like the app is going to be shut down in the next few months. I don't know how the US actually works here, but this app would likely be banned in several other countries for just not complying.
I think it's probably going to take something really, really bad happening for it to get banned, honestly.
With the protection policies, the data protection policies here. But anyways, turns out they have some cop-out terms that they've put out to try to avoid any responsibility, right?
Literally reading that you must not use the information on the service to harass, threaten, or intimidate individuals. Context and intent matter, as we allow you to post and share if it is clear that something was shared in order to condemn or draw attention to bullying or harassment. And again, is it kind of getting into harassment territories when, you know, you have a whole network of gaggling people to, like, fucking follow someone and, like, report if they've
Yeah,
seen them with
it's
another
straight up
woman?
like stalking and doxing. It's all that.
I mean,
a community
it's just a
of it.
weird thing to do. I almost feel that if a male version of this app existed on the App Store, it would have been removed before I even got a chance to research it. But because it's like the female version of it, it's suddenly like completely okay to talk about. It's trending and charting at #1. It's wild.
I mean, it's obviously harassment both ways around. It doesn't matter if men are doing it to women or women are.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be going away. I think if you get rid of this app, just another one's gonna pop up, or they'll go to a website or something. There'll be another way to do this. I think that this is a growing thing on the internet too. I think women who don't know how to get a man are gonna just be stalking men constantly.
Doing it to men is just not okay. Also, I just love their cop-out TOS there, guys. Don't actually use this to harass men, except your entire app is about harassing men, so how is that ever going to work? And I think it's really just sad to see the state of like animosity between the genders here, like how many women just seemingly just hate men and vice versa. And I think this is just the consequences of social media in general just becoming more toxic. The amount of like TikTok videos I've seen of them like bashing the other gender is just absolutely crazy. And I think it's just like never a good thing to group everyone under one umbrella. Like if you ever had a bad experience, keep it to that person and maybe that community or whatever. But branding, 50% of the population like that, it's never gonna end well. Then he talks about the absolutely freaky in-app purchases.
Yep, this
and again,
is weird.
phone number lookup. Here's the name, married, age, address. So you can just pull up like the doxes on entire individuals. And again, this is not new. Obviously, if you're scared of an application like T, I'm gonna kind of like I'm just straight up pull it out for you. There are things you can buy in this application. For instance, you can get a monthly subscription service. You can get T Premium, T Pro, reverse image searches, and criminal record checks for $8 a pop-a-rooney. You want a private background check? $20. Bro,
That's
you can
crazy.
order private investigators on this fucking application. That's crazy. That's insane.
Can you imagine just like look
you can pay to ultra stalk people online. That's fucking insane.
at me on my innocent little T app, toodaloo, just gonna hire my local fucking hitman to come to your house and assassinate you. Hire my local PI to look through your window real quick, What's that, an extra $20 and I can literally blow up your house? Hell yeah, sign me up, dude.
Yeah, 100% there's gonna be people using this to stalk people, and they're gonna get it in their heads. They're like, oh, this is the perfect man. I'm gonna stalk him. Oh no, he's got this pesky wife I keep seeing through his window at night. And he really gives her a pounding. I wish that was me. I'm gonna make it me.
Also, I find it really creepy that they're literally advertising that you can look up someone's name. I feel like that's just fucking insane, isn't it? That's just sort of incentivizing women to be completely batshit crazy. If some woman feels hurt on behalf of another one, they'll go to their house, start harassing them. You can never tell, all right? A lot of these people are completely fucking nuts. So, I don't know. It's not going to be anything like if you had a man version of this, obviously a lot of them are going to be insane. So, it's not going to be any different for the woman version either.
Yeah, it's basically gonna be 24/7 The Purge. You're gonna have to stay on your guard or somebody's just gonna come randomly kill you. Because of the internet.
Now, it turns out
Because
they
of
actually
weirdos
do
on the
have a
internet.
security feature here, guys. Their elaborate defense here is that you can't actually screenshot on the app. A foolproof method.
Oh no,
that
you
prevents
can't screenshot on the app. Whatever will I do? It's not like I can just go and get another phone and just take a picture of it.
any kind of nefarious behavior. Protects everyone, obviously.
Now, of course, obviously, how does a man sign up for this application to verify if the claims made about him are not true? You can't, okay? So for instance, I decided I'm gonna fire up the T app. So I downloaded it, installed it on a cell phone, and the thing about this application is you can't actually record the screen or screenshot stuff, okay? So realistically, everything on T must stay on T.
Yep.
And of course, this is a great method, but it really is completely defeated by the other method, which is record your phone screen with another phone.
Yep, right
and
there.
You can do whatever you want.
No way you just did that. My greatest line of defense is gone. He got past the screenshot. Exodia, obliterate. It's invincible. It's impossible. Dude, there's no way. Are you telling me I can pull out another device? No fucking way. That's some Archimedes, Socrates, Plato, Aristotle. Dude, my brain is fucking ascended. How did he possibly think of that? There's no way any user would ever have thought of that, man. But yeah, jokes aside, what an absolutely pathetic way to say that you have some sort of a defense from, you know, this information.
Is that all it takes?
Being spread, you know, everything definitely stays on the T app, guys. Nobody's posting this shit anywhere else. That shit's about as secure as Frogan's fridge. Now it turns out the app actually got hacked and like all of the user data was leaked, including stuff like driver's licenses. Now the company's claiming like this data is like old or whatever.
Yeah, it's anonymous, guys. No, we're not keeping your data.
But it doesn't change the fact that a lot of people seemingly just got doxxed here. Here we are on Twitter. The driver's licenses leaked today from the T app have been uploaded to a searchable map. This may be the worst PII leak I've ever seen. And we got a map with a bunch of markers here. Download app to humiliate men. Upload license ID since the Sears app requires identity verification. Vibe coded app gets hacked. Exposed as the massive whale you are. That's crazy. Hacked in this case means public folders available to the entire internet with zero obfuscation or security. Right, so then he talks about the leaks.
Because apparently the application got completely hacked by a few 4chaners, dude. Driver's licenses and face...
I mean, the irony. You get what you fucking deserve, I guess.
Get in here before they shut it down. And of course, they appear to show a bunch of these women's driver's licenses, which is a pretty massive privacy risk.
Yeah, you really aren't anonymous on the internet anymore. Yeah, remember what happened to 4chan? They got hacked and all the users, they got their data leaked also.
Right over here. I don't have to really say that for it to be obvious. The T-App uploads all user verification submissions to a public Firebase storage bucket with the prefix attachments. So they give a URL. Yes, if you send T-App your face and driver's license, they doxed you publicly. No authentication, no nothing. It's a public bucket. So yes, this user is in fact absolutely right, because this is not a hack. And for a lot of people that were looking into this, they had found that, yes, by putting in that URL, you absolutely could find attachment files. And users in this situation did go out of their way to write entire Python scripts to effectively scrape this page. And now there's like a torrent floating around. There's just an entire batch of images floating around of these women's faces, possibly their actual personally identifiable information.
Right, so...
Yeah, don't do stupid shit on the internet thinking that you're anonymous. Don't even think that you're anonymous. You're not. They got all of your information. Even if you didn't directly put your information into the thing that you're using, they got it. They got you. They've got it all. They're collecting all of the data on you forever. There's no way to get around it.
I'm not gonna show the pictures floating around here, obviously, but as you can guess, we're looking at about 5,000 froggens in the mix, all right? We got some XXXX triple XL, all right? So exactly the type of people you'd expect, and it's every single time, right? In all of these situations, oh, who's doing the disgusting, degenerate doxing? Who's behind that anonymous Reddit account threatening to kill someone? Who's behind the Twitter account harassing someone for a decade?
Yeah, it's always the fat, disgusting, unemployed, lonely weirdos.
Who's that random Discord mod? Yes, every single time it's some 40-year-old unemployed troglodyte freak every single time. And even in this case, who are the people doxing men, harassing them? Some flippin' middle-aged losers. And is anybody actually surprised by this?
Don't forget fat.
Information? Absolutely not. It just seemingly lines up like the stars align in the universe, you know? Anyways, this next part, he talks about how this app would actually be illegal in the EU because of the data regulation policies there, and nobody really knows why it's allowed in America. It still seems pretty fucking illegal. I don't know, just allowing people to dox people left.
I just think something bad hasn't happened yet, and it's gonna happen with that many users.
Right, and just
those kinds of
defame
freaks.
them on a regular basis, commit libel or whatever. But yeah, maybe it'll be taken down soon. We'll see.
So there's just a lot of doxing going on. This whole app is a fucking GDPR nightmare, which is one of the reasons why I think it's only in the United States as of now. If this was an issue in like Europe or Canada, where privacy laws, at least in Europe, are a lot more strict, this would absolutely put the developers of this application in the crosshairs.
But anyways, I wanted to check out some of the reviews and the actual like psychos on this app, right? We got Tiny Girls Gang Mama. Interesting name.
What?
Finally an app for the girl's girl. I was skeptical when I first heard this app. I was in one of the various Are We Dating the Same Guy Facebook groups. I tried it out when you got frustrated with Beyond making a post anonymously, not being able to comment on others with revealing your identity. So I was shocked to report everything this app claims to be truly what it is. You can't screenshot. No one can find your identity. It's open to space for women.
I don't think this is real. I think this is a bot.
No one can find your identity. Interesting you're so concerned with that, but you don't give a shit about all the men being posted on this app. Literally the entire point of this goddamn app. Like, the hypocrisy is just insane. I initially was concerned it would turn into a high school mean girl situation and it could get ugly fast. It did. However, I was happy to see women uplifting others and not character assassinating men out of jealousy or spite. How do you know this? You have no way to verify. Like, if a bunch of men
I don't think it's real. I think it's a bot. I think maybe somebody typed it up, but it's not real.
Being slandered on the app, how do you know? You don't know these men personally, right? So how would you even know if it was slander or not? The only reason we can say that is because of the sheer amount of people on that app who are being talked about. It's likely that a lot of them are being slandered, and a bunch of people are also coming out with videos saying that, hey, you know, that they're falsely talking about me, you know, we had a bad relationship, etc., happened, and that's why they went and did this shit. I feel like in this digital dating era, an app like this has been long overdue. Women have used it as a safety tool, not a gossip platform. Are you a paid review? What the heck is this? Kudos to the strong, brave
that's what
women.
I'm saying.
So strong and brave to gossip about men. There's nothing more
I don't think it's real.
and independent and feminist than spending all your time gossiping about other men. Creating the safe space. It's just a safe space for everybody but men, of course. We got Shy Nikki, the streets is talking. That emoji. Okay, so boom, I tried the T app. Love the idea of it. It's basically Yelp for exes. You get to see what the person you're thinking about matching with. It's a game changer for girls who are done wasting time on smooth talking liabilities. What's it's giving? Real feedback from people. Is this ChatGPT? Like, why?
That's what I'm saying. They're not real. Like, these reviews that are glazing these crazy, creepy apps, they're not real.
I wasn't this around during my toxic era. So, okay, you can't be serious. So you're allowed to be toxic, all right? And you're allowed to, you know, escape that past. But if men were toxic in the past, they get posted on this app. Doesn't matter if it was like years ago. I'm pretty sure girls are going to be posting you on this app. Hey, I dated this guy a couple months ago. He was totally toxic. Don't date this guy. But apparently you were in your toxic era perfectly fine. Okay. It's messy but informative. Perfect balance of girl don't do it. And he might actually be solid, yes. But to take it over the top, like a 1 minute clip max, imagine being able to watch a quick little 60-second clip of the culprit in action. Whew, receipts? The tea would be piping hot, I swear.
Dude, it's AI. That is AI.
These are like AI generated.
Yeah.
Who uses this? Like, who uses that? I've never seen anybody use that in my life. Way easier to trust just in words on the screen. Downsides, not enough users in some cities, so it's a little dry if you're not in a popping area. Some folks clearly not over it and just venting, but that's part of the fun. It's just fun. We're just venting here. That's the thing. You're having fun. What about the people on the other side whose lives you're ruining? Like, they're never gonna ever get a date or actually find love because their love just saw this and went like, this guy. I recently came across this app. I thought it was wonderful being a girl's girl. I'm all for protecting each other. Unfortunately, not every woman's on the same page. The cattiness I've experienced is dangerous and has resulted in abusive communication being exposed to the red flag men posted. Girls who think they're abusive or lying men are sharing
this sounds like a real person.
Even when presented evidence are extremely quick to put another in danger to stand up for said man. Somebody posted a place for jealous ex-girlfriends to post bad things. For those who are saying if a man leaves a review, don't believe it because it's not for men to review. Well, I have a sister and woman best friend that has access to the app. I'm not on it, but I have a close friend who is, and the accusations are completely false. There we go. Now, just to be fair, this person could hypothetically also be lying. Like, they could actually be an abuser and they're lying about this.
I don't even, like, it's so messy. This app makes things so messy that it's gotta go. It just can't be.
You know, whatever. Which should be illegal for invasion of privacy and defamation of character. He's currently married for 2 years, and my sister tried this app and said she hadn't seen my friend who is happily married with 2 children on the app. It's a big reason why he deleted social media because his crazy ex-girlfriend stalked him relentlessly on social media and badmouthed him to every girl he came in contact with over social media.
That's
Little
fucking
did she know
insane.
his current wife he met in person. Thank God for that. Anywho, it's no way to get him off the app or even file a report. We tried through Apple, but heard nothing back. Even messaged the app's Instagram and got nothing. 100% an app for bitter ex-girlfriend.
And guess what, guys? I'll tell you, it's gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse if nothing's done about it every single time. Every single time it gets worse.
Who either don't want to see their ex-boyfriends or husbands happy. They use it to put out false information on thousands of men who are in real life trying to happily move on to new relationships in life. Don't understand how this is allowed and for sure illegal. Developer response. Hi there, we have a zero tolerance policy for defamatory content on our app. Oh my god, your entire app is that though. Are you kidding me? Can you email us at supporttforwomen.com, of course. Abuse. Writing public reviews about men, especially in the context of dating or personal relationship, crosses serious ethical lines. What are you talking about? It's just gossip. We're just having fun here. I can't believe. What ethics? What the hell are you talking about? It often
I've never seen anything bad go on. There must not be anything bad going on.
Stems from subjective experiences, emotional reactions, or private disagreements. That's the thing. In a relationship, obviously there's going to be some level of bad blood. Most relationships don't end on good terms. So obviously, yeah, you're going to want to do something bad to them. And you.
Yeah, also, let me tell you, everybody does bad shit. Everybody. Not a single person doesn't do some bad shit. And you just let that get out there, you start spilling the beans on people, it's life ruining, man. Even like some simple shit that didn't really matter, it can be life ruining. Or some straight up lie shit. Something that looks bad and actually isn't bad, you know? It doesn't matter. Like, you can't be doing this shit. Especially whenever you don't spill the beans on yourself.
Usually you have no opportunity to do that. This is like the perfect platform to do it, I guess. Reducing a human being to a review or rating dehumanizes them. That's true. A lot of people can be bad at one point in their lives, but they can improve as well. You know, they might be learning something from the relationship, etc., etc. You know what I think this is? This is just TikTok. Like TikTok, like women have been doing this shit on TikTok for a long time, I feel like. This is just, I feel like consolidating that info there. But obviously, as we know, on TikTok, the guy can actually respond. And, you know, a lot of those situations go viral when somebody gets slandered, somebody defends himself with receipts, with proof. But what a genius idea. Just don't even give men a chance to respond. That way you always win, you know? Need checks and balances. Have a friend that did not gel with a girl, was very respectful to her, but decided not to pursue. As a result, the girl wrote a false and very negative review about him. App allows slander without any review. It's a dangerous game. App itself is a good idea, but due to falsified review, my friend has been turned down on several dates. Ay, ay, ay. He's gone into depression and decided to avoid the dating scene. Ay, ay, ay. You're like, this is like ruining society. Holy shit. The post spoke about their date and how he was verbally abusive and treated her like meat. Would question the authenticity of my friend if it wasn't a double date that I was on with him. He paid for her dinner and chose to politely tell her he didn't think there was chemistry. Proceeded to buy her an Uber for her to go home. Fast forward a few weeks, and due to his honesty, he's blasted with hate from an upset female. App is a slippery slope and a way for unhappy girls to hurt someone.
Yep, I smell a lawsuit. I smell multiple lawsuits.
Again, in theory, I like the idea. Maybe skip the review section.
Yeah, this is bad.
Background checks and catfish checking. I have sisters I want safe in this evolving online dating world, but not at the price of others' happiness in dating life. Please do better, or a lawsuit is waiting for the T founder. They are absolutely like a class action lawsuit is 100% coming. I just don't see a way where
even if they shut it down, man, I think it's too late.
Somebody doesn't get extremely mad about this.
I don't think the idea of like dating safety is bad. You know, there's a lot of fraud that happens. You know, don't forget that a lady literally fell for a bunch of AI-generated Brad Pitt images.
That's
and
fucking
ended up
crazy.
siphoning the shit out of her money because she...
Yeah, that's crazy. You're retarded. You are a massive retard if you believe that this was true. Like, what the fuck kind of world are you living in? Where you thought Brad Pitt dying from cancer was talking to you. It doesn't even look real. It doesn't even look real. Like, who's falling for this?
She thought Brad Pitt loved her, and he had, like, crazy super fucking butt cancer the entire time.
Oh, that's not it. I mean, I remember when I made a video on this girl who thought Billy from Stranger Things was actually in love with her. And she somehow, you know, ended up donating money to this guy as well.
That's
She left
crazy.
her husband for him. And this person was obviously a scammer, not a real person, obviously. Billy from...
Like, how could you be so fucking retarded? So brain dead retarded that you fall for something like that. That'd be like Katy Perry messaging. Oh, well, there is a guy that actually did think that Katy Perry was messaging him. But that'd be like if Katy Perry was messaging me that she was dying with butt cancer. And then I send money. It's just like, it's incomprehensible. It's so stupid. It's so, you kind of deserve that one. If that happens to you, you kind of deserve it.
Stranger Things surprisingly wasn't actually interested. So yeah, this stuff has been going on for a while. I just find the whole thing ridiculous, and I don't think any well-meaning person should actually go on an app like this, because I feel like you're gonna see something you just don't want to be a part of. Like, you might be there to, you know, filter out the criminals or whatever, but you end up, you know, just participating in doxing and a bunch of like mean-spirited talking on other people as well. So I don't think you want to be involved in that. Then he talks about what kind of people are actually inclined to leave reviews, right?
The red flags, it's a lot like going to Yelp. I feel like most people review things if they're very negatively impacted, okay? So sometimes a jilted ex could come, completely defame you, say some of the most outlandish shit, and there really isn't any way for you to, I guess, rectify that. Because I don't think most women are going to go on and just immediately write like green flags out of the kindness of their heart, as I wouldn't expect guys to as well. Like I said, reviewing anything positively usually isn't something that people spend their time doing as much as they take reviewing something negatively. And that's just...
And you know what? I think all the women that were using this app, they're not ever going to find a perfect man. They're not going to find the man that they're looking for, because look at them. You could see, you know exactly what they look like. You can go and find out what they look like, and they look exactly what you think they look like. They're not ever going to find a man, so they're completely out of the dating scene. All of the people that they're talking about on the app, they're not going to be in their dating scene, so they're fine. All those people, they dodged a bullet with that. Don't date girls that are going to be using the T app. That usually just means that they have been looking for a while and they haven't been able to find a man. There's usually a reason.
Basic human psychology right there.
I mean, absolutely. I think I've only left a positive review like one time in my entire life, which sounds pretty pathetic, but honestly,
I leave positive reviews on video games that I really like on Steam because they're just right there. Might as well write a review. You know,
I don't know. I ain't got time for that shit.
Gives
right?
me Steam
now,
points.
Negative reviews. I feel like I have a moral duty to like I guess warn people. Usually it's for like food places. Like if I order some like bad food, I give it a 1 star. I want other people to deal with that shit as well. So yeah, even I'm more inclined to leave a negative review. I think in general most people are inspired to act on anger, you know, disappointment, frustration, sadness, stuff like that, because those are more like powerful emotions, so to speak. So they're gonna be leaving negative reviews more often. And I feel like you need to be touched really positively. Like, the shit has to change my life completely for me to actually leave a positive review.
There really is no way for any of the other parties to, you know, who are being kind of defamed in a way, you know, if the information posted is completely false about them, to at least offer some sort of rebuttal. And I'm sure there's ways for you to reach out to T and tell them to take down a post if you provide them like actual information. But again, it's just a headache that somebody has to go through.
It's not just a headache though, it's the onus should never be on the innocent party to actually go and find the defamation on the internet and take it down, right? And first off, they won't be able to find it because they're not allowed to even access the app. Even if they get their like sister to join it to, you know, find it or something, they wouldn't even know to do that because, you know, they don't know what's going on here. Probably if they go on a date or something, the person on the other end is just going to quietly leave. They're not going to tell them like, hey, I found you on this T app or whatever. They might in some cases, but mostly they're going to be like, oh shit, this guy's a red flag. I saw him on that T app. I can't be dating this person, right? So,
well, honestly, you dodged a bullet. If you don't end up going on a date with somebody because of the T app, you dodged a bullet with that one. The lady's a crazy fucking stalker. You did good. Move on.
It should never be the other, like the innocent person's responsibility. It's like innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent, right? And obviously the owner should fall on the app itself to actually do some goddamn background fact checking or something. The truth is there's no easy way to do this, which is why this app was never going to work practically. I get the, you know, use for criminals and stuff like that, but it's just no good way to do it so far.
Especially when you call it something like T, which is a word that people use for gossip. That's literally what it's made for. It says it right there in the name. Like, it's just bullshit. All of it's bullshit. They know exactly what they're doing with this.
thought of at least. But if somebody finds a more like practical way to implement this, you know, go for it. Nobody really has a problem with that. So I wanted to look at this post from a girl as well. Men are posting pictures of women from the T app and I'm losing my mind. T app got hacked and they're posting the selfies of women making fun of them. I feel sick. Women can't do anything to have comfort. I want to stay far away from men for the rest of my life now.
Okay.
It's literally an app so people don't date felons. What the actual frick is wrong with people?
Yeah, that's what the ploy is. That's what it's on the surface it's supposed to be, but that's not what it is.
Well, that
We're
was
not
the
fucking
concept,
stupid.
but it clearly devolved into something else. Also, this is not about women having comfort. Like, sure, you're having comfort, but what about the guys on the other side whose lives you're ruining? Like, holy shit, the selfishness is crazy. Somebody responded, the only way forward is 4B, ladies. Dealing with males in any capacity will literally put your life in immense danger at this point. Right, so a 4B is apparently...
Yeah, go ahead. Live your life being scared of men. We don't need you.
This movement in like Korea or something. I don't know. I guess they're like abstaining from dating men and they're doing a bunch of other shit. I don't really care about that. But I feel like you can't just be like, okay, males as a whole here, because that's 50% of the population. You will have to deal with males at some point in your life, okay? Whether it be at the fucking grocery store or anywhere else, right? And I think rather than having this dismissive way of dealing with things, well, I'm just never going to talk to men again. Just, you know, recognize that some people in the world suck. All right, not everybody's gonna be perfect, and you know, remove those experiences from your head, learn from it or whatever, and then remove them from your head and then move on. Anyways, Asmongold also responded,
and the reason, by
did.
the way,
Of
women
course
do
he
this,
did.
people need to understand this. The reason why they do that is because they want to go out and push this toxic mindset to everybody else that they have, because they have some residual lingering resentment and hate towards men because they were probably treated badly, broken up with for a younger girl, or for some reason or another sidelined for someone who was a better option. And honestly, W to the guys, because if you've got some angry bitch that's sitting there on an app complaining, oh no, you shouldn't date him, you shouldn't do that, do you really want to marry that? No, you don't want to marry that.
Yep,
You've got
dodged a
enough
bullet.
problems in your life before you want to sign into something else.
Yeah, fuck
you got
those
the
crazy
red
bitches.
flags, the green flags. Where has this been literally put an area that you live?
Yeah, the chicks that are attractive on this app, they're just gonna forever be side chicks. And the unattractive chicks, they're just gonna forever be single. Cool, fine with that.
Bro, this guy, what did he do? 16? Damn. 16 red flags.
You're making up all kind of things about the person.
What do you think? You think women would just go on there and post photos of guys and say bad things about them just because they didn't like the way a date went? What do you guys?
That's exactly how it's going to be
They would
used.
do that? Never. I don't think they would ever do that. There's
No.
no way.
There's no way the app called T isn't actually just a gossip app. No way.
There's no way they would do that. What do you mean? It's voyeuristic. It's an invasion of people's privacy. It is totally just completely like it's totally unverified. You can't prove or disprove any of this. So you just have these people running wild, talking shit about you. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, again, like it's toxic as f. And again, if you want to do things that are toxic as f, that's fine.
Fuck,
But
man, it's making me curious. I wonder if I'm on this app.
you have to expect that that happens to you.
well,
I bet
it's
not, because I don't ever date.
a tale as old as time. You know, karma exists, and
Like, legit, I've only ever actually dated one person. And if I'm on this app, then that I know exactly who did it.
you can't really cry when you were doxing a bunch of people and then it turns around and comes to you. Obviously, not many people are going to actually feel bad about you. Now, honestly, I never want to turn this into some like men versus women issue or whatever. At the end of the day, it's a bunch of toxic people doing a bunch of toxic things, all right? There could just as easily be a man app and them doing the same shit. So I don't think you should ever group a bunch of people into that. There was a male version of the T app. It was in fact removed almost instantly. Cyber
you
stalking
don't
app
say.
gets cyber attacked. Ethical humans laugh. This app is the kind of thing a literal serial killer or rapist would use.
Yep.
ID verification was a mistake. Imagine giving some random app your ID. Yeah, that's just never a good idea. I don't know
And then pretending that it's anonymous.
why you would ever do that. Unfortunately, they're floating the idea for another app, Teabag, with ideas for it to contain AI-powered weight estimation, bro. Makeup removal, age estimation, BPD Okay, dude, that's crazy. This viral women-only app lets you anonymously spill tea on men. It could actually make dating harder, relationship expert says.
Here's the problem with a men version. I don't think the men would care. I think it'll be the opposite problem, where they'll be seeing the red flags and be like, oh, well, I think that I'm low enough that I could score this chick because she's fucking crazy. And hey, I like a little bit of crazy. Yeah, it would go way worse with a men version.
Wow, we needed a relationship expert for
Red flags? Good thing I'm colorblind.
that one, guys. Now click this video or you get put on the T app, bro. You're Epstein on the T app. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.
Oh man, this is absolute cinema. This is just a really stupid, hilarious situation that has nothing to do with me or the people that I know or the people that I like. Yeah, it's just fucking weirdos on the internet being complete fucking freaks, man. They're retarded. What can I say? Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for all notifications.